Folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Los Angeles Chargers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now a quick throw out wide to Ruggs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Carr. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And now a fumble. The ball's out and picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Carr, he'll check this down to Hines. Short completion, just 4 yards, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Got it open man, it's Ruggs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From midfield, here's Carr. This to Hines on the drop-off. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On play action, now Carr. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
At the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. He will push his way down to about the 14.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now a give, right side. Hines. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Now a play fake. Carr. Dancing to his left. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. Not much there, only a yard.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one. And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week. Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage. These 2 teams all tied after 1. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach? Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Eckler, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Max Crosby picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Watch the safety creep. Check 31. Check 31.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be out right at the 35.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. This is Hines. Finding some room at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43.
41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the 40 now on second down. Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On first down, it's Hines. He will push his way down to about the 14. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Here's Carr. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Carlson is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's got room. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler.
And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the first down.
Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half.
So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top.
As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium in Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. The Charger drive about to get going.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline. And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. The handoff, it's Eckler. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Herbert off of play action. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To the outside, that's complete to Williams. Williams loses the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Herbert on first down now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Here's Herbert. And the Raiders have got him. Maurice Hurst. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 22. That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action, it's Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kenneth Murray coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. Back to throw. Carr. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
2nd and 10 at the Raiders' 18-yard line.
Second and 10.
Herbert, quick pass out wide. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
Austin Eckler,
his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Chargers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Raiders 17, Chargers 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
They begin the drive with Hines. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Now a quick throw out wide to Ruggs.
He'll have a 1st down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Carr now on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's George. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And some room to run now. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
34. Heavy. 637. Tighten up. No. Check nine. White.
On play action. Now Carr. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his 2nd incompletion, and we're in the 4th quarter.
He has been locked in, laser focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught by Watkins for a Las Vegas touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On first down, Justin Herbert.
This is swung out to Eckler.
That catch good for only a couple.
If following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. In your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And Allen's got it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
First down, Chargers.
On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 41, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Herbert. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Herbert operating from the red zone. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Max Crosby in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
74 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
93.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Hines. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Carr going to look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now Carr.
Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So this